How did she harm you? Hold on a second. How did she harm you? What action did this girl need to take? The problem is that, once you become successful, people start talking about you and other things. However, this was truly below the belt. This was much below the belt. Even hitting below the belt is prohibited. And the kind of fight I mentioned that Claressa would have if she fired you. Oh, you're going to get whooped by Claressa. I can't save you, Claressa, so go your ass. I am able to. No one is able to save you. No one. This is in She Kills Trains. Your closest companion. I believe you should write me a cease and desist letter. And you know what? I'll send the cease. Please stop using my attorney instead of your best friend's attorney because she's spilling all your wine. Jasmine, go, go, go. Proceed. It is recommended that viewers exercise caution. This will set you off. Come on. Oh, your coach tricked you. You know, you continued to have sex with him when you were underage. You were aware that it was incorrect. With that, you knew it was some kind of illness. It seems like a joke to you. You know, you keep getting pregnant repeatedly and having abortions repeatedly. You had a few fights while pregnant. I thought, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slide back, dude. Whoa, whoa. She battled while pregnant. Yes, Hannah Gabriels. Yes, that is the reason she was dropped. Yes, she eventually got back up and prevailed in a fight, but that's the reason she was dropped. She had a pregnancy. Before the fight day, she went 3 days without eating because she was pregnant and wanted to gain weight. You're pregnant and trying to gain weight. Oh my God, yes, that's what girls do. That's what they do. Therefore, pregnant girls constantly fight. Yes, every single time. Oh, get an abortion later, they say. Music. Her name is now Jada. Claressa, we didn't say anything this time. We remained silent. If there's one thing Tasha K is well known for, it's disclosing people's personal information without considering whom she may harm. However, it appears that she could have gone too far this time. You'll want to hear this, I promise. Tasha recently began circulating some audacious allegations regarding boxing champion Claressa Shields. Claressa did not take it lightly either. She was furious and prepared to face her head-on. When rumors circulated online that Papoose had cheated on Claressa for another lady, everything went crazy. After hearing anything like that, anyone would be angry. Papoose and Claressa appeared content together only moments earlier. They were bonding over his newborn daughter, grinning and expressing love for one another. Everyone believed that their relationship was becoming serious and possibly even moving toward marriage, but the narrative has since changed, and it now appears that he is unwilling to make a commitment. And believe me, the drama doesn't end there. I suppose you were suspended for allegedly using marijuana. All right, apparently they put her to the test. After taking a mouth swab, they discovered that it was present for similar to a tiny bit of marijuana. She continued by saying that as soon as she learned, she went to do a urine test, and the results were negative. She is still battling to refute the accusations. All right. Therefore, we are unsure if she was smoking. We're not sure if she interacted with a smoker. We're not sure if she took a vitamin containing CBD, or something similar because many nurses lost their jobs as a result of taking vitamins that had, I suppose, concealed herbs. Therefore, we are unsure of how the marijuana entered her body. We're not sure if she smoked it or anything. However, because they were intended to sound like me when they posted, one of my teammates chose to become messy. You're all asking, is this Tasha posting on her page? Because of this. This is being posted by whom? Do you use the third person when posting? What's happening? Since Claressa is technically seeing a married guy who has a mistress, that is, she is both a champion and a side at the same time, we posted the footage of her with a married man. All right. You are really thirsty, and he is still wed to Remy. All right, this is my official apology, as I mentioned. One of my teammates chose to say, dang. The side woman appeared when Papoose was out celebrating Claressa's victory in Hawaii. Don't tell me that Papoose had her out in Hawaii smoking marijuana after his side girlfriend appeared or whatever. Oh my God, I exclaimed. Gosh, oh gosh, what are you doing? What are you doing? The fact that Papoose hasn't severed his relationships with the other ladies in his life is gradually becoming apparent. He continues to converse with them and doesn't appear prepared to part from any of them. But let's take a quick look back before delving further into this complicated predicament. Do you recall Remy Ma's attempt to alert Claressa Shields to the fact that Papoose was seeing other women? Claressa didn't believe her at all at the time. She was devoted, in love, and certain that Papoose was the guy she believed him to be. She didn't want to hear anything unfavorable or even entertain the idea that Remy might be telling the truth. Things immediately became heated. Even over the internet, the two women quarreled. Claressa responded to Remy on Instagram by telling her to come have her lips busted, demonstrating her self-assurance and readiness to stand up for Papoose. But when Remy discovered Papoose and Claressa's relationship in the most unexpected way, the drama truly took off. She was on the one night, while on the phone with Papoose, he actually dozed off. She heard Claressa on the other end when she took up the phone. Claressa hung up in a panic as soon as she heard Remy's voice. Remy only needed that. She then made the decision to make everything public on the internet. According to Remy, Papoose dozed off while speaking with Claressa. Despite being a world champion boxer, she called Claressa out for being afraid. However, she didn't end there. She claimed that Papoose wrote her popular songs and that Claressa and Papoose were plotting to release her personal videos. Remy initially found it hard to accept that he would betray her in such a way. However, Papoose refused to accept responsibility or offer an apology when she confronted him. Rather, he turned the tables on her. He referred to her as a narcissist and charged that she was attempting to harm him emotionally and spoil his happiness. Remy claimed he implied and threatened her, because he might make her private material public. He was allegedly storing screenshots of her communications and pictures with other women while she was abroad. People began referring to Papoose and Claressa as the new black love couple, since they continued to appear in public together, as if nothing had happened. Screenshots, however, convey a different message. Before he answered, Claressa texted him twice and 3 times. Without a doubt, it provided urgent energy. Even though they are still legally married, Papoose eventually abandoned Remy entirely. However, karma strikes quickly, and it appears that Claressa may now be the one suffering the repercussions. Papoose allegedly exploited her for influence and attention. Naturally, Tasha K didn't take long to stir things up by revealing everything on her platform. She had no idea that Claressa would be prepared to fight outside of the ring as soon as she saw those posts. Yes. According to reports, Papoose's side chick appeared and declared, "I'm in Hawaii. Same lovely as well." Claressa is not the only one, as Remy Ma has already shown how eager she has been to have Papoose at her side. She is, what do you call it? You understand what I mean when I say, like the greatest fighter, whatever boxer. She's clearly the best in her class, but I'm not discounting what she's accomplished. She's that chick, right? She's been winning a lot of belts. I would prefer not to engage in combat with her. I'm going to remain in the house. For a moment, let's take it back. When Claressa tested positive for marijuana during an oral drug test in late February, she ended up in hot trouble. However, things suddenly changed. She was not taking any illegal substances, as evidenced by the results of her urine test, which came back entirely clean. Her name was exonerated, but the Athletic Commission nevertheless given a warning because drug-related incidents in professional sports are treated severely. Although there is no proof, others believe she may have inadvertently taken a CBD product. Naturally, Tasha K likes to run with a tangled story like this. On our platform, something was uploaded claiming that Claressa smoked, but it is untrue. To the best of my knowledge, Claressa has never smoked marijuana. To the best of my knowledge, Papoose did not give her any marijuana. That was harmful, wasn't it? I'm sorry about that, Claressa. And I'm also sorry that it appeared on my platform. Since then, we have updated the caption to reflect the content. And I advise my colleagues not to add anything further. Avoid adding, "I know you're messy. I hired you all because of this, but please don't add anything more because that would increase my expenses." Moreover, after that, I was able to pay these attorneys $600 per hour. $600 per hour. However, the situation became more chaotic. While on vacation in Hawaii, Papoose allegedly persuaded Claressa to smoke marijuana, according to a narrative provided by someone on Tasha K's team, all following the purported appearance of another of his side chicks. When the rumor went viral on the internet, Claressa wasn't going to ignore it. She retaliated right away by suing Tasha for defamation, claiming the allegations were completely untrue. The internet likes drama, but no one is accusing Claressa of anything dubious. Some even said that she might have just used someone else's urine if it came back clear the following day, and that being among smokers wouldn't cause a positive test. The conjecture merely stoked the flames. I thought, I didn't say anything about her marijuana thing. All I did was write, "I don't know what you're talking about." Thus, I'm usually becoming upset. For example, why is she upset? Because I'm reporting that she's one of Papoose's girls, and she's paying him to enter the ring and walk with her. Papoose doesn't have any money like that. Just keep it a buck, please. Papoose has plenty of money. Why is she so angry, I wonder? I thought, Tasha tried to act unbothered, pretending to be the mature one as she took responsibility for spreading the false story, when I noticed the caption. She even apologized, but let's face it, it sounded more mocking than genuine. There are rumors that Tasha may have received a cease and desist letter from Claressa's legal team. However, Tasha wasn't the one generating the most mayhem amid all of that. It was Jada, Claressa's closest friend. Jada went all out, revealing intimate information about Claressa that the public has never heard of it before. She said that Claressa's boxing instructor mistreated her as a child and even implied that Claressa had engaged in combat while pregnant. Everyone was stunned by that accusation, but in all honesty, it doesn't add up. It sounds like Jada may be trying to get attention because female fighters undergo testing before fights, including pregnancy tests. Nevertheless, her remarks provoked discussions about whether Claressa's allegiance to Papoose, a married guy, might stem from more serious emotional issues. And the love story is completely unpopular. Girl, get yourself a single man, a fan commented. Stop calling them black love, another person remarked. They recently got together. The internet has now turned on Jada as well. Knowing Claressa, she won't accept that betrayal in silence. Believe me, we'll be here to analyze every aspect when those two ultimately square off.